Now we'll be discussing the covalent character in the ionic compounds. As we know that in ionic compounds, there is a positive ion and a negative ion which get combined together to form the compound. And now this positive ion, it attracts the electron cloud of the negative part, the positive ion attracts the electron cloud of the negative ion. This leads to the formation of a covalent character in the compound. The power to distort the anion, that is the negative part, by the cation is termed as polarizing power, and the power of an anion to undergo distortion of its electron cloud is called polarizability. The extent of covalent character in ionic compounds is governed by a rule called Fazan's rule, according to which smaller the cation, large will be its polarizing power. That means it can distort the electron cloud to a larger extent. And second is, larger the anion, higher will be its polarizability. That means it can get distorted to a large extent. Next is the concept of resonance. In resonance, we represent a molecule by more than one structure. It is done because the molecule cannot be represented by only one. So we can say that when a molecule can be represented by more than one Lewis structure, but none of which is able to describe the actual structure of the molecule, then such a phenomena is known as resonance. In resonance, the various structures which are used to represent the molecule are termed as canonical forms, and the actual structure is known as the resonance hybrid. To understand the resonance more, we can take the example of, say, ozone. In ozone molecule, 3 oxygen atoms are bonded with each other in such a manner where 2 oxygen labeled as 1 and 2 have covalent bond among them, and those having labeling 1 and 3 have coordinate bond among them. But this structure can be further represented as this. Further, this structure can be represented like oxygen having double bond, and the other two oxygen atoms having charges on them. For the second structure, we can have the representation like this also. If we compare these two molecules, we'll come to know that these two structures are the canonical forms for ozone molecule. And if we talk about the resonance hybrid, then the resonance hybrid will be like this, where we cannot define the exact position of the double bond or the charges on the atoms. This is the resonance hybrid for ozone molecule. There are certain rules for writing the resonance structures for the molecules. The rules are: first, that the contributing structures should have the same arrangement of atoms. That means the arrangement of atoms in the various structures should not vary. Second is, they should have same number of paired and unpaired electrons. Then they should have same energy. The contributing structures should be so written that negative charge should reside on the electronegative element and positive charge should be present on the electropositive element. The distribution of charges should not be made vice versa. We can understand this with the help of an example. Say the example of HCl. In HCl, a single covalent bond is made by sharing of two electrons. This can be represented by the Lewis structure as follows, where hydrogen being electropositive holds the positive charge and chlorine being electronegative holds the negative charge. But if we try to write the resonating structure like this, where hydrogen, the electropositive element, is holding the negative charge and the electronegative element chlorine is holding the positive charge, then this resonating structure is discarded and the correct structure would be the first one. Next rule is, in the contributing structure, like charges should not be present or should not reside on adjacent atoms. For example, if we talk about molecule N2O, here if we see the structure, it would be like this, where a triple covalent bond is present among nitrogen and a single covalent bond is present between nitrogen and oxygen. and charges are like this. The structure can be further represented by this structure, and if we write the structure for N2O in this manner, where negative charge is residing on oxygen, positive charge on nitrogen, and positive charge is residing on oxygen, positive on nitrogen, and a charge of -2 is residing on another nitrogen, then this structure is not valid, it will be discarded. The first two structures are found to be the correct resonating structures.